You're live. You're live from Teddington Lock Studios. Oh, yeah. Okay, folks. Hi. Apparently, this time I managed to sort out what was going on. Sorry, my cat is sat right behind me, and I'm trying to move my chair out, and I don't want to squish him. So I'm just trying to be really careful. Right. Oh, great. The camera's not exactly. Oh, come on. Please. Oh, my. Yeah, thanks, camera. You know, really, I should set all this stuff up beforehand, really. Right. Oh, boy. Okay. So, now, I was just trying to live stream a minute ago, and I couldn't. There was sound, but no picture. And I had 2 viewers, which was really interesting. Almost immediately. At the moment, there's nobody watching, which is fine. Yeah, so live stream. I basically, it's a new YouTube feature. I noticed it at the top of the right-hand corner of my screen. And I was looking at it because I was looking for the upload button, because I'm uploading a video that I did. God blimey, it's got to be over a week ago. Anyway. So as most of you guys know, obviously I was having a few issues with Spot and what was going on with him, and also the fact that I just reached to do something really different and special as a way of marking that milestone. And I sort of painted myself into a corner because of it. Because for almost just slightly over a week, I reckon, I kind of like couldn't put up any videos at that point, because they would then themselves become the 2000th video. And obviously I was trying to come up with something that, something different and something special. It obviously didn't happen that way, and so I uploaded video anyway, but it's not quite what I wanted, but that meant I was also slightly backlogged with a couple of other videos that I've made that I couldn't upload my 2000th video. So as I was uploading this new video, like I said, I noticed the icon for the upload button, the icon had changed, or at least I couldn't find it at first. So I'm thinking, what the heck? Where's the upload button? What's going on here? And so anyway, I put my cursor over it, and it highlighted, and then it showed me that it's the upload button, but also live stream button. So I'm like, oh, right, okay. I wonder if that's going to make it easier for me to upload, to live stream without having to go through the rigmarole that I normally have to do, which is go through my XSplit broadcaster software that I've got and all this sort of thing, blah blah blah. And I was thinking to myself, because like with Facebook, it's literally just like you just go on Facebook, you click on the live stream icon thing, bish bash bosh basically, and that's it, and you're up and running and you're live there and then, and that's it. There's no messing about with other software and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, I wonder if it's going to be a similar situation with the new YouTube thing. So I thought, all right, I'm going to try it, and hey presto, here we are. So I thought, like, why not? Let's give it a whirl. Let's see if it's a lot simpler. And it is. It's very much like the Facebook thing, where you just click on the icon, you click on your thing, and again, bish bash bosh, just stick a title in there, whatever, blah blah blah, and there you go. And you're live streaming on YouTube, and it's cool, brilliant. You see, the thing is, I would love to be able to do a live stream outside, but sadly, I don't have. I might have mentioned this many times before, but that is my phone. It's a dinosaur. I think the cavemen used these many years ago. It's a prehistoric phone, as you can see. I've had it for, I don't know exactly how long. A friend of mine gave me this at least 6 years ago, and it's probably a little bit older than that. And as you can see, the screen is tiny on it, and it does have a camera, but it's not very, very good. Suffice to say, it's not an iPhone, and so sadly, I don't possess such a thing. Not probably likely to in the foreseeable future, but I would love to be able to live stream outside somewhere rather than be stuck and tethered to just this. Do you know what I mean? It would be so much cooler if I could actually, like I say, go out and about somewhere. That'd be so cool, man. But like I say, sadly, that ain't going to happen. So, at least not for a good while, and for the foreseeable future, at least, anyway. So, but yeah, at least this way now, with the new YouTube Go Live button sort of thing, it's going to make things a lot easier because, like I said before, I had to sort of go to the YouTube page, then go to my XSplit broadcaster thing, and then set that up. And oh, it was a right rigmarole. And sometimes I was lucky if it worked. But this way seems so much more straightforward. It's so easy. Just literally click a button, bish, bash, bosh, done. So love it. So yeah, now the thing is, now that I've discovered what this is and what have you, it's a case of like, now what do I live stream? What do I talk about? At the minute, I haven't got a clue. Yeah. So yeah, at the moment, I'm uploading a video. Sorry, I'm just going to very quickly check on it, and it's only 8% uploaded so far. It's one of the longest videos I've ever done, to be quite honest. It's nearly an hour long, and it's of Eastgate House in Rochester, and that I did that video about, must be, I don't know, was it 2 weeks ago or is it a week ago? It's about a week, maybe slightly over a week ago. Can't quite remember. Yeah, no, I think it's just slightly over a week ago. And so yeah, oh, hang on, I've just noticed. Oh, Tom, hello, Tom, my boy. Was that Einstein used one of those? Love it. Yes. Nice one. Sorry, Tom, I didn't notice your thing for a second then. All right. The only problem at the moment is the pictures. Oh, no. That might be because you're uploading another video at the same time. Yeah, that could be it, mate. That could well be it. Presumably the sound's okay then. I'm sorry you've got a crappy picture, mate. Yeah, because obviously, well, I say obviously, I mean, for me, from my end, I'm looking at myself right here, obviously, because my camera's pointing right at me and then on the screen. Very blurry and keeps freezing. Yeah. Sorry about that, Tom. It's funny because sometimes I Skype with Sandra B. I don't know if you know who Sandra B is. She's one of my subscribers, but she came over here last year. Can't remember exactly. Sometime in the summertime, I believe, and she went back home just before January, I think. Would love to see if it improves when you're not uploading. Ah, yeah. True. So you got it going then. Yes, thank you. Nice one. Yes, I know Sandra B. So sometimes I Skype with Sandra B, and basically have similar issues with Sandra, because obviously, like I say, Sandra went back home, but like maybe every couple of Sundays or something, or every alternate Sunday, I should say, generally, because I didn't Skype with her this weekend. But usually when I Skype with her, she's on her phone sort of thing. She's usually in her kitchen with it, and we sometimes have very similar issues. But I must admit, a lot of the time, the picture from her end and my end is usually pretty good. But like you said, Tom, it's more than likely because I'm probably yeah. So, I've got 4 people watching. Is anybody else having issues with the picture and the sound. If you guys could just let me know. So hi, nice one, Kez. Hello, how are you doing? Tom, you used to get her name mixed up. Yes, I did. I did. Cheers. Nice one. Yeah. Yes, not too bad, mate. Thank you very much, Kaz. Is it Kaz or Kez? Kez. Sorry. I beg your pardon. Yeah, so oh, hang on. We've got a visitor. We've got a visitor. What? Wait a minute, folks. Where's my cat? See, my cat is sat right behind my chair. And sometimes I worry that I go like this and he goes, yeah, and I squish him. But he's not there now at the moment. But there's another cat. I think it's a friend of his. I don't know. It's a ginger Tom. That it's a funny looking cat. No. Yeah, it's meowing out there. Sorry. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know if you guys can hear. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. Is the picture very bad for you, Kez? A bit, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my phone. Wow, what's going on? Oh, it's Kev. Hello, Kev. Are you? So can you see me talking to you right now? That is so cool. Right, thanks, Kev. Nice one. By the way, Tom said hi to you. No, Tom. Yes, one of my subscribers. Yeah. Kev says hi, Tom. Cool, mate. All right, you take care. We'll speak soon. All right, mate. Bye. Bye. That was really interesting. That was quite funny, actually. I mean, there's Kev. Kev's watching us right now, and he can't comment for some. I don't know. I'm not sure whether it's because he says he's cooking his tea as well, so I'm not sure exactly why. But anyway, he said he can't comment, so he can't let me know that he's watching. So he decided to phone me instead. I love it. Oh, by the way, Paul, I'm watching you. That's funny. Love it. Yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So there's this cat that keeps visiting the garden. In fact, is it there? Yes, it is. It's a very funny looking cat. I can't really take the camera. Oh, this is so frustrating. Well, I could try, but trouble is, one, we might lose the picture, possibly, maybe, I don't know. And two, it'll probably run away if I go towards the door. But still, yeah, I wish I could show it to you guys. Maybe I should get an iPhone, eh? Because these live stream things, they're pretty good. Because I like the fact that we can interact as well. I love that, actually. That's pretty cool. I really like that. That's really, really cool. I've watched a few other people doing live streams, other YouTubers, when they're doing their live streams. And it looks like they're having a really good time. You know what I mean? It looks like they're having good fun. There's people interacting with them. They're getting nice feedback, blah, blah, blah. I think that's really cool. I really like it. It's just a pity that, like I say, I'm kind of stuck indoors and I can't actually sort of go anywhere. But anyway, I guess who knows what's around the corner. You never know. One day I might be able to get an iPhone or something. Actually, well, I think that would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so yeah, I can't really show you this cat because, like I said, I can see it from here. It's a very light ginger, and it's got a really fluffy body. It's really fluffy. It's a fluffy cat. I just went to take something out of my deep freeze. I wasn't plugged in properly. What's that? Over 3, is that 300? About £150 worth of food had to be. Oh my God! Whoa! Oh no! Oh, Tom. Oh, sorry, mate. Wow. Wow, that's not a good thing, is it? Wow. Yeah, I love iPhones. I'll have to get one soon at some point, Tom. I will. Just not sure how I'm going to do that. Unless I sell another painting, of course. Which would be handy if I could. Or a couple of them even. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Tom. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Wow. That's a lot of food. Very expensive though. Yes, iPhones. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. I'm like I say, I've never really looked into them, to be quite honest, because like never really been that interested necessarily. But from the little bits I hear about people and what some people say and what have you, yeah, they do sound sort of like really expensive. They do. But like I said, you know, who knows? Maybe something will come along and I might be able to get maybe a second-hand one, maybe, maybe it'll, you know, I don't know. But yeah, no, I just like this idea of being able to go out and about and do a live stream. I think that would be really cool, actually, because like I say, I've seen lots of YouTubers doing it, and yeah, sometimes the picture quality compared to like their normal videos is not always good, and sometimes it cuts out and blah blah. But sometimes they're not too bad as well. So I must admit, I kind of, as part of me, would like to be able to do a live stream out and about somewhere, because I think that would be pretty cool, actually. Yeah, so okay, maybe as a way of trying to make this a less boring video, perhaps if you guys have got any questions do you want to ask me, so yeah, let's try a question and answer session. Yeah, Q&A time. So yeah, anybody got any questions, burning questions that you want to ask? Maybe the meaning of life. Maybe not. I know what the meaning of life is. It's 42. Yep. Because I watched The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you know. Oh, yeah. I know the answer to life, the universe and everything. It's 42. Yep. How's Spot? He's doing great, mate. Thank you for asking, Tom. He's doing great. He's actually sat out in the garden right now with his new friend. Like I say, is this Ginger Tom that keeps visiting. And they just sit there. It's really amazing, actually. They both sit there. They don't necessarily do anything. They just, because right now, in fact, actually, right, Spot is right in the, hang on. Right, let me put the light on. I'm hoping we can catch this pussycat and let you guys see him. Right, 1 second. Oops, no, I've just scared him away. Oh, no. Oh, he might come back. Yeah. So I'll tell you what, let me just show you where Spot is. I hope this doesn't disturb the picture too much. See, look, there's Spot. I hope you can, oh, sorry. There he is. There's Spot. And like I say, he's well on the mend. Tom, he is well on the mend. And he's really happy, and he seems his old self again, I'm glad to say. I really want to try and show you that really funny looking fluffy pussycat, but I'm not sure. Oops, that was my phone. Somebody left me a message. Yeah, no, he's disappeared. He'll probably come back later. But yeah, yeah, there's this Ginger Tom, like I said, and it's quite amazing. And oops, sorry, folks. This camera's really hard to place because it's a bit precarious, because it's just sat on the top and it doesn't sit on this screen that I've got. My big plasma screen TV that I had, that I managed to buy when I was self-employed for a little while, and I was delivering this training, and I was making really good money back then. Good to hear, mate. Did you work? Oh, sorry. Did work say anything about that day you didn't go in. No, actually, well, she did. The boss did say, but she was great about it. She was absolutely fine about it. She knew and realised the situation, what was going on. Sorry. And basically, she was sort of like saying, "I'll just put it down as you had a day off." So no worries on that score at all. So yeah. Yeah, sorry, completely forgotten what I was just about to say. Oh yeah, sorry, I was saying about the TV screen that I've got now. It's not bad. I haven't got a clue how big it is off the top of my head. I don't know, 32-inch maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe less than that actually. I'm not sure. Either 28 or 32. And that's just my rough. That's just my rough guess. What the heck? Oh, it's Kev. It's Kev. Right, hang on 1 second. Sorry, folks. I'm just checking Q&A. Have you? Well, oh yeah, because he can't comment for some reason. Sorry. The thing with this phone is, even with my glasses, it's really hard to make it out. My messages. It's really. Hang on. Right. Have you done any painting recently? No, Kev, I haven't. And if you mean as in paintings, as in art, no. If you mean have I done any painting as in house painting, definitely not. Hang on, sorry. Who was your favorite doctor? Oh, that's a cool question. Thanks for that, Kev. My favorite doctor has got to be my all-time, because he was my doctor as I was growing up. I mean, I caught the end of when I first started watching when I was a real youngster. I sort of caught the tail end of Tom Pertwee, but then obviously the next doctor after that was Tom Baker, and he's my ultimate favorite doctor. He has to be, absolutely, because there's just something about, and of course he was the longest serving doctor. If I'm not mistaken, he played Doctor Who for 8 years continuously. 8 years. He's the longest serving doctor out of all of them. And you know, I just love him. I just absolutely love him. He's so brilliant. I love his quirkiness. I love his, do you know what I mean? That sort of eccentric, bonkers brilliance. I just love him. So Tom Baker, Kev, is my favorite and my ultimate doctor, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong, most of the others, particularly with this new lot, you know, Matt Smith and the others are completely forget. Christopher Eccleston, of course. They've all been fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Loved them. But like I say, for me, Tom Baker, definite. So is that a long-winded answer for you? See what we. If you could live stream anywhere in London, where would it be? Ooh, that's a good question, Tom. Ooh, that's a really good question. Wow. Ooh, that's a really good question. I think I know where. And this is just off the top of my head. I could always change. Do you know what I mean? Something else will pop into my head that I didn't think of before. But I was thinking, because one day I'd love to do it anyway. But again, from what I've been told, it's really expensive. But you know, maybe I'll do it because it's again once in a lifetime thing, isn't it? I wouldn't mind perhaps live streaming from the top of the Shard. You know, go up the Shard and see that amazing panoramic view of London. I mean, it's the tallest building in Europe. I forget exactly how tall it is now, off the top of my head. 500? No. What am I on about? 500? No, I haven't got a clue, to be perfectly honest with you, how tall that building is. But I know it's the tallest in Europe, and that is probably where I'd love to do a live stream from. What would you like most about what do you like most about living in London? Ooh, another good question. What do I like most? I guess when I think about it, it's kind of staring me in the face right on my wall there, is the tube system, I guess, because to get around London using the tube, although it's not the cheapest form of travel in London, sadly, but it's one of the most convenient, I think, and you know, you can get to parts of London so quick You really can. I mean, I can get from here to Victoria, although Victoria, I mean, it's not that far. I mean, from here to Victoria, it's roughly about 4 miles, give or take. And you could probably, well, I've walked it a few times, so, and I usually walk it in about an hour. So it takes me roughly about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to walk from Brixton to Victoria. On the tube, it takes round about 5 minutes on the tube. Again, give or take, depending. So, you know, that's why I love it. It's so, generally speaking, it's pretty quick, and you can get to almost any part, particularly of central London, but even on the outskirts of it as well. So, yes, sorry. Sometimes my answers can be very long-winded. So apologies if they are a bit too long-winded. The amount of times that people have said to me, Paul, get to the point. Yes, sorry. So, is the Tate Modern your favorite place to visit? It is, but it's a bit like that old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. And I guess because I've been there so many times, and I do love it, don't get me wrong, absolutely do. And I do think of it fondly as like my second home. I don't mean that in a literal sense, of course, but I mean in a fond way, sort of thing. That, you know, to me, yeah, absolutely love the Tate Modern, but I wouldn't say it's my favourite place of all to visit in London. But what is my favourite place of all to visit in London? Oh boy, again, that's a really hard question. There's lots of different places I love. I think again. And these are all just off the top of my head. I mean, like I say, there might be somewhere that I'm not thinking about right now that could pop into my head later on and go, oh, why didn't I mention blah, blah, blah. But I reckon one of my favourite places to visit is the Science Museum. So round about South Kensington. So all the museums around there, the natural history, the science, Albert and Victoria and Albert Museum and what have you. But yeah, like I said, I mean, the Tate Modern, I do love it, absolutely. I love the Tate Britain and all, actually. I love most of the art galleries in London. The one that I don't like is the National Gallery and the National Portrait Gallery. I don't like them because they're too, to me, they're too fuddy-duddy. They're old school, and a lot of the paintings I find so dull and boring. And again, sorry, that's just my personal preference. You know, I'm not saying that the paintings are not well executed and the artists are, you know, I'm not saying that they're not talented or whatever and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. But some of the subject matter, it's just like, what? Are you kidding me? It's like, I'm sorry, but it's just, to me, it seems so dead. Do you know? It's like, there's no real life. It's just somebody posing in some sort of whatever. And it just seems so unnatural. Sorry, I like realism, I guess, and I like things that look real and are real rather than I mean, don't get me wrong, again, like I say, see, this is the thing, at least with me, and I suspect with most human beings, that there's never a black and white answer to things necessarily. Things are complex, and there's sort of degrees to these things, because yeah, sometimes I do like a bit of, and when you look at some of my paintings as well, you think like, you like realism, really? Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of both, I guess. But anyway, sorry, I'm missing some of your comments here. If you were in charge of London for a day, oh God, oh God, I've started something now, haven't I? If you were in charge of London for a day, what would you like to change? Ooh. Oh wow. Okay. Wait. Well, you see, it depends on whether you mean life in general, things that affect people's lives, or the sort of like you know, the way I don't know. The one thing I probably would like to change, but then again, I suppose this goes for anybody around the world that has a sort of low-paying job. I would like, if I was in charge, I would make sure that all low-paid workers would get £15 an hour. That's what I'd do, definitely. Right, sorry, I'm just going to check what this is. No doubt been. Yeah, this is Kev. So, what's your favourite London? Sorry, 1 second. What's your favourite London building, and what's your favourite London open space? Ooh, favourite London building. Favourite London building. Ooh, another good question. There's probably loads that I could try and think of, but there's one that just popped straight into my head because I do think it's an amazing building. It's the most, well, I'll say the most, it's one of the most iconic buildings of London. And I think I like it because of its scale as well, because of how tiny it makes you feel when you stand next to it. Is St. Paul's Cathedral, to be quite honest. There's something about that building. You know, I don't know why, and I know that might seem a bit odd, and it seems odd to me because I'm thinking like, well, I'm not a religious person. I'm not really, sorry, but and I don't mean this to offend anybody, but it's not my cup of tea, and I don't really subscribe to any religion. And anyway, but I'll leave it there. But that building there's just something about that building. It's amazing. I don't know why. Yeah, St. Paul's. Oh, and favourite open space? Favourite open space? Favourite open space? Yeah, I think I know what you mean, kind of like parks and stuff like that. Well, that's a good question. I haven't got a clue off the top of my head. Loads of parks are popping in my head, but none of them that I think to myself, yeah, I really like that one. I'm not sure. Maybe Regent's Park. I think maybe Regent's Park, because that then leads on to the canal, which then leads on to Camden and whatever sort of thing. And of course the zoo, which is at the back there sort of thing. And it was a kind of recent visit. I say recent, this year at least anyway. Sometime this year, I can't quite remember when. Yeah, I mean Hyde Park, I don't really like Hyde Park. I don't again, it's funny. I am a very, I don't know what the word is, but basically, you've probably heard me say this in videos before, I'm very big on about how a place makes me feel, the vibe that it gives off, whatever you want to call it. Do you know what I mean? The essence of it, the sense of it, whatever it is, I don't know. But I've never liked Hyde Park. I don't know what it is about it, whether it's the way it's laid out, the way, maybe, I don't know. I honestly, I haven't got a clue, but I've never really liked Hyde Park. But Regent's Park, like that one. That's interesting as well, because it's sort of laid out in like concentric circles, isn't it, sort of thing, with roads in between the thing, from what I remember. But yeah, that's a nice part. There's something interesting about that part, and I do like it. And for the same other reasons I mentioned, the fact that it goes to Regent's Canal, and then the canal goes to or at least in one direction, goes to Camden. So hope that answered your question. I know when somebody asks me a question, thing is, I can't just give a couple of word or one sentence answer. That's just the way I am. I talk too much. Does walking through London at 3 a.m. not worry you? Do you know? No, not really, to be quite honest. It's interesting that you mentioned that, because, yeah, the only times that it bothers me is, and it also depends on the part of London you're talking about, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, if you go to sort of, I don't know, I mean, I wouldn't know exactly what would be classed as a really dodgy or bad area in London. I'm sure there are places, but, you know, I don't want to sort of like say like, oh, like, I don't know, Tottenham or something, or I don't know. These are just off the top of my head, but I haven't got a clue. But, you know, if you're talking sort of further out sort of places, and especially places I've never been to before, that I don't know the area well, then yeah, I'd feel more nervous in that situation. But in central London, I feel fairly safe in central London, to be quite honest, because one, I mean, the place is cameraed up to the max. I tell you now, I could walk out of my house here right now, walk all the way around central London, blah, 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 whatever, Blackfriars, all around there, and South Bank and East End and all the rest of it, and this, that, and the other. Sorry, West End, I mean, sorry. And all around there. And chances are I'll be on camera from the minute I leave my house to the minute I come back. You know, there's that many cameras out there. And, you know, that, and just the fact that, I don't know, I don't think you get that. I mean, that doesn't mean to say that stuff can't happen. Do you know what I mean? And I'm aware of the fact that stuff can happen because, believe me, I've been there. But the thing is, I think over the years as well, can you hear it? It's talking to Spot. It's making it right. Sorry, I interrupted myself. See, squirrel. Told you I was Homer Simpson. What did I tell you? I told you that's where they got the idea from. They were watching my videos and thought, hey, we can make a cartoon out of this guy, make his head a bit bigger and make him yellow, and it's Homer Simpson. So, yeah, sorry, what was this? Yeah, see, I've done it again now. Yeah, so yeah, walking around London at those sort of hours. Yeah, it doesn't. Like I say, over the years, I've sort of become less worried about it, because the thing is, for me at least, is that I think to myself, I tend to worry about anything and everything, and I worry a lot of the time. But there are times when I think to myself, I'm sick and tired of being worried all the time. Do you know what I mean? So I think to myself, you know, I've got to try and enjoy whatever life I've got. Wow. Huh? No, sorry, there was just a noise. Sound like either someone tapping on the window or glass making a noise. It might be just because, like, my heating's on, but I've got the door open because Spot keeps wanting to go in and out, and I'm fed up of being his concierge, to be quite honest. It's like, you know, I shut the door and he's meow, meow. All right, okay, sir, you want to go out? Fair enough. Open the door. Yeah, he goes out. Close the door. Meow, meow, meow. Open the door. In. Close the door. Meow, meow. That's my head in sometimes. Oh boy. But yeah, so yeah, it doesn't really bother me that much these days. Although, like I said, there are times and are moments, like there's a video that I'm going to put up. Sorry, I'm just trying to think when I made the video. Was it yesterday or what day are we now? No, yeah, so it was Saturday. I did another one of those 3 a.m. walk around London's on Saturday. And I kind of did the similar sort of places, but I didn't film anything down the places that I went before. I did film in the skate park again, but only a little bit, on literally about, I don't know, about a minute and a half, whatever sort of thing, because I was trying to tell you guys about the what's it? I can see the curtain moving, and it's hey? Oh. It's not Spot either. I think it's the wind. What's going on? I'm getting spooked out everywhere. What's going on? Yeah. Doing it again. Yeah. So there was a couple of moments in that video. You don't see it so much because I don't film at that point, at those points. But there was a couple of dudes. One was a homeless guy. He was fine, no issue with him. But initially, when I saw him walking into the skate park, and I'm trying to do a video to camera, and I'm kind of like, and you will see me staring off into the distance from the camera. As I'm trying to talk to you guys, you'll see that I'm looking over here, sort of thing, quite a bit, sort of thing. It's because I'm keeping an eye on him, because I'm thinking, is he a potential threat? Is he okay? Is he? And he was fine. He was fine. There was no issue with him. But there was a drunk dude that was in the graffiti tunnel, and he was just super aggressive. And again, I didn't say anything to him. Didn't bother getting engaging with him, because there's not much point when somebody's in that state. There's not much point in engaging with them because they're not rational. They're not going to have any rational so it won't really matter how reasonable you try to be with them or whatever sort of thing. They're just going to find some excuse. So I just ignored him, just carried on with what I was doing. But then as he got nearer and nearer and louder, I thought, right, just put your stuff away. Just can't, and don't do it. What's the matter? Just nice and calm. Just don't worry about it. The time to worry, I guess, is when it does start getting physical. That's the time to worry, I guess. But anyway, flip neck again. Sorry, an extremely long answer to your very simple and fantastic question. Sorry. So a bit of a strange one. But if you were in prison on death row, what would you request for your final meal? Oh my god. Okay. What would I request as my final meal? That is an interesting question, you know. And I'm sure there's been countless people throughout our histories, you know, both in the States, presumably more so in the States, I would imagine. I'm just assuming, but even over here, I can imagine, I guess, that have requested some pretty bizarre and interesting meals, I can imagine. I guess, really, for me, it would just be a nice big slap up meal. So again, for whatever reason, maybe this is influences from you know, American culture or whatever, but I think I would go for a big juicy steak, chips, peas, what else? Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else to go with that. But as dessert, it would be definitely chocolate fudge cake and ice cream and a big dollop of it and all. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's kind of what I'd go for. Yeah. Well, that was a short one, wasn't it? Oh wow, I even surprised myself there. It's like flipping that was the shortest answer I ever gave. Oh. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Wow. What the heck? Okay. So name 5 people, living or dead, famous or not, that you would have at a dinner party. Right. Okay. So I would have Albert Einstein. I would have Stephen Hawkins. I would have Martin Luther King. I would have Nelson Mandela. And flipping heck. Who else would I have? I don't know off the top of my head now. Maybe yeah, I know. And Van Gogh. Yeah, wow, that would be an amazing dinner party, wouldn't it? So Einstein, Einstein, Stephen Hawkins. Why are these names now escaping me? Nelson Mandela. Martin Luther King, and Van Gogh. Yeah, they would be my guests for my dinner party. Wow, that would be quite amazing, actually. Yeah, that's cool. Cool question. Oh wow. Nice answer. Oh, Kev's chipping in. There we go. Hi, Kev. Love it. Let's see what Kev's got to say. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying myself, actually. This is really good fun. Hang on. How come I won't be invited to the dinner party? Well, no, absolutely, Kev. I mean, flipping heck, you know, you absolutely would be invited. It was just the question was, and I know he said famous or not, but I don't know. I just thought like that would be so cool to have those famous people there. But you would be more than welcome, my friend. Absolutely. In fact, it would be an absolute pleasure and an honor to have you there because you could help me with the discourse with those amazing people because I would be completely overwhelmed and wouldn't know what to say to them. Nice question. Nice. Oh dear. So yes, no, absolutely, Kev. It wasn't that I was leaving you out or anything. It was just that I thought I'd like to invite all these very famous people. But then, oh, okay. Let's see what he says. Let's have a look. Oh, come on, phone. Oh, you see, this thing's so old, man. It's like, right, hang on. Right. What? Sorry, it's really hard to read this thing. When was the last time you danced in the street? That probably would be today, Kev. Yes. This morning, in fact. Although, admittedly, it wasn't for very long. And it wasn't my usual really go for it dance like I sometimes do. It was a little bit more subdued today, but nonetheless, I danced for at least a minute and a half. At least. This is pretty cool, man. Wow. How long have I been vlogging for? Vlogging. I'm not vlogging, am I? I'm live streaming. 46 minutes. 47 minutes now. Right. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still staying here. I just need to quickly check. No, it's still not telling me. You know that video that I'm uploading. Initially, when it first started uploading, it was saying it was going to take 3 hours. Now the estimate of time, because normally when you're uploading a video, and please forgive me if I'm talking to the people that already know, one country you would visit anywhere in the world. Ooh. Again, off the top of it, these are all my gut instinct, my gut answers. You know, if I really put more thought into it and this, that, I can imagine that I might think of something else or whatever. But the United States, to be quite honest, there's certain parts of it that I would love to see, like Arizona, you know, the Grand Canyon, stuff like that. You know, the Rocky Mountains and things. Those sort of, because I've seen them, like, you know, I've seen them on TV and movies and in YouTube videos as well. And they look beautiful. They look amazing. And yeah, so it would definitely be the sets. Can you guys hear that cat? It's so distracting. And that's another thing. For those cat owners out there, he's talking to Spot. He's definitely talking to Spot. I don't know what he's saying. I wish I could speak cat and be able to translate it and find out what they're saying. Have you ever been on a plane? No, mate. Never. Not in my entire life. Ever, ever, ever. Never. I would love to, though. Just for the experience. Sorry. This is really distracting. Yeah, for the cat owners out there, when you're a cat, become a cat owner, and you hear other cats crying, it's almost, it literally is almost like having kids. And then when your baby cries or whatever, and you become attuned to the baby's cry, and then when you hear other babies cry somewhere, your instincts are automatically like respond, I guess, in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know if the camera's picking that up. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's stopped again now. But he's making a right yawn. Man, it just like, it's like I can't concentrate whilst it's doing it. It's like my instinct is to go and see what it wants. Oh boy. Oh, speaking of cats, where are you, Spot? Oh, he's here. He's right behind the chair. I must admit, I hate when he sits behind the chair like that because I don't always know he's there. And I'm frightened to death at some point. I'll wheel this chair because it's like an office chair, you know. It's what do you call it? Swivel chair, whatever. And it's obviously on wheels or whatever. And you know, obviously I've got a habit of like I'll be sat here and then I'm going to get up and I'll push the chair back to pull myself away from the desk so I can go and do whatever I'm doing. And I'm frightened to death that one day he's going to be there and I'm going to wheel back and you know what I mean? So now I do double check actually every time I do, but I just I do worry that there'll be a moment where I'll have a lapse in being aware of that and and catching like oh, that curtain again. It's okay. It's the wind. Don't worry. It's nothing supernatural or spooky. Which is a shame because I'd love to do something spooky. I want to experience the paranormal. I really do. Again, I see all these YouTubers that go out there. Some probably more legit than others, perhaps we'll say. But I see all these YouTubers and I see all these videos about supposed, paranormal activity captured on whatever and dream job for a day. Sorry. Oh no. Oh boy. Yes. Sorry. A very naughty thought popped into my. Yes. Anyway, well, I won't go down that route. Keep this all nice friendly. Don't say post. No, absolutely no. Now let's be let's have a bit of decorum here, shall we? So yeah, okay. Dream job. Okay. Oh my god, I haven't got a clue. Let me think. Dream job. I haven't got a clue off the top of my head. Do you know? I know. Be a famous YouTuber. Yeah, why not? I'll be a famous YouTuber for the day. Well, it's better than what I'm doing now, I'll tell you that. Sorry. Oops. Hey, camera. Stop. Sorry, folks. There we go. Yeah. Oh boy. This is good. Right. What time are we at? Oh, it's only 7:30. That's not too bad. I must admit though, I need a cup of tea. Now, don't worry, I ain't going anywhere. I'm afraid the only thing you'll be staring at the wall for a minute or two, but I will be as quick as I humanly possibly can. I mean, in fact, I guess what I could do, at least then you're not sort of right, because I need a cup of tea, guys. I need to wet my whistle because I'm getting rather parched. So if I can, no, actually, I can't put it there, can I? Wait. Oh, I know. I can do that. Maybe. Will it stay? No. It doesn't want us. I can't reach. Wait. No, it won't reach. Oh, I know. I'll put it. I'll put it there. Right. I'm just going to make a cup of tea. 2 seconds. Hello, Spotty. Yay! Spotty. What are you doing, Spotty? It's okay, folks. I'm here. I'm just making a cup of tea. You see, that's why it'd be so cool if I had one of those iPhone things, and then I can like move around the house with it and stuff. You know what I mean? So I can go around and take you guys with me rather than just leaving you there. But at least you can still see me and hopefully hear me. What are you doing, Spot? What are you doing, son? Right. Sorry, folks, won't be long. Right, let that boil. Oh, actually, I'm just going to shut this door, by the way. It's getting chilly out there. Spotty likes the door being open all the time. Oh, hang on. What's this? Favorite fast food place? Ooh, favorite fast food place. You see, that's another thing. I very rarely use fast food places, actually. I mean, my favorite sort of outdoor meal, if you want to put it that way, or something I'd have outside, is a greasy spoon. You know what I mean? Is like eggs, bacon, sausage, beans, chips. Do you know what I mean? That sort of thing. Yeah, you know, the most healthy foods in the world. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't usually go for like Burger Kings or definitely not McDonald's. Can't stand McDonald's. Sorry, folks. I just hey up. What the heck? Why is this little window opened inside? What? What the heck? What's going on? Spooky things happening in my computer for some reason. It seems to have gone now. Yeah, sorry. Let's have a look. If you could time travel, which year would you go? Ooh. Which year would I go to? That's a good one. Oh, blimey. Wow. Which year would I go to if I was going to time travel? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of. I think what I would do is, again, because he's one of my heroes, one of my all-time favorite artists. I would love to meet. So I would probably travel back to the year, which I'm not sure what year it was, but I think it's about 18 something or other. I think, but I'm not 100% certain on that, to be quite honest. But go back to the year that Vincent van Gogh was living in Brixton, because Vincent van Gogh lived here for a year in Brixton back in, let's say, whenever it was, 1800s somewhere. So yeah, I would go back to the 1800s specifically because I would love to meet Vincent van Gogh. Definitely. Cool. Oh, sorry, kettle's boiled. I'm just going to go on. Yeah. Oh, if you could ask Spot 3 questions, what would they be? Oh my God, that's a good one. I would ask Spot. Do you know what? Let me think about it for a second. Let me make this cup of tea. Yeah, Spot. What questions would I ask you if you could speak? What would I ask Spot? Let me see. So three questions that I would Spot. Okay. Right. First question. Do you see in black and white, or can you see colours? Yeah, because I've always wondered about that. I know dogs are supposed to see in black and white, and they don't see colour, I believe. But I don't know about cats. And the second question would be, does he know where cats actually originated from? Where his ancestry is? Where did cats actually, what continent did cats emerge from? Because there's a lot of dispute about that as well. No one really can agree exactly. They reckon it's possibly in the African continent, or Egypt, or something that I've heard said. But anyway, so that'd be number 2, and number 3 would be, what would be the third question I would ask Spot? Does he like the food that I give him? That's funny. Yes, funny. Ouch. It's really hot. Okay. Oh, Spottykins. What are you doing, son? Oh, God, that's nice. Oh, you can't beat a nice cup of tea. All right, let's put you back over here so we can see what we're doing, like, you know. Oops. There we go. Nope. Oh, flippy deck. Right. Yep, there we go. That's about right, I think. Cool. What's your favourite smell in the world? Ooh, favourite smell. Now, if you'd asked me what my favourite colour is, I can easily tell you that. But favourite smell? Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because you just reminded me of something. Because I mean, I've always had this anyway for years and years and years. But today, when I was going to eat my food that I get from the prep shop after my shift, and I was going to another prep to eat it because it's got seating and what have you. Anyway, so as I was passing there, because they're doing a load of road works around there, it's near Victoria sort of thing. I can't remember the name of that road. If you go down that road, you also can kind of carry on. You come to Buckingham Palace and stuff. At the back end of it, anyway. So on that road there, they're doing a lot of road works. They have been for a while now. And there's these two guys, like with a big wagon full of tarmac. I absolutely adore and love the smell of tarmac. I love it. I could stand there all day long smelling that stuff. I love the smell of tarmac, the fresh, hot tarmac. I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's my most favorite smell of all. Love the smell of tarmac. Am I weird? I think I am. What is the sound you love the most? What is the sound you love the most? Ooh, yeah. Spotty purring. Yeah, I love when a cat purrs. There's something about that sound. It's just so comforting, and it just, I don't know. I love it. I love when a cat purrs. What's the one food you could ever? Oh no. What's the one food you could never bring yourself to eat? There is a few different foods that I definitely wouldn't bring myself to eat. But when I think about it, I guess it's got to be something like mussels or oysters or anything like that. Any of those sort of shellfish type things. Anything like that. Squid. I've tried it. Oh, even just thinking about it just makes me horrible. Yeah, so sort of seafoody stuff. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I've tried that squid once before. I'm trying it. Oh my god, it was horrible. It literally is like trying to eat rubber. It really is. It's like rubbery. It's like oh. No, right. Sorry. Yeah. Who's your celebrity crush? Oh my god. You know, I've not had one of them for years. When I was youngster, yeah, but these days I don't give a. Sorry, I really don't care. I don't even follow any of that anymore. Do you know what I mean? If you ask me who, I mean, Joanne knows a lot of these people. Do you know what I mean? Especially singers, the new up and coming singers, and all this lot. The last time I sort of was current with like pop music or sort of like stuff like that. you know, it was back when we still had Top of the Pops on TV over here. Do you know what I mean? It was like, if you ask me who's in the charts right now, wouldn't have a clue. Would not have a clue. And if you ask me, you know, I mean, there's a ton of celebrities that I see in some of these videos sometimes, or this, that, and the other, and you know, and their names completely escape me. I haven't got a clue. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hey, who's that? Do you know what I mean? I just don't stay current with it, to be quite honest. But if you was to ask me who my celebrity crush was when I was a youngster, I've got to say maybe one would have been, in terms of music, would have been Blondie, Debbie Harry. Really did fancy her. And who else in terms of film? Do you know? I can't think off the top of my head now. Wow, you know, some of these questions, Tom, I really have to try and really think, because it's like I haven't thought about these things for yonks. What are your 3 favorite movies? Oh, now we're on familiar territory now. Right, so first one, with hands down, a lot longer than, you know, until for a start off, is my. Oh, sorry, 1 second. There's some weird noises going on in this house at the moment for some reason. Sorry. Yeah. So A.I. That would be my all-time ultimate favorite movie. I love that movie, and mainly because the first time I ever watched that film, and I kid you not, right, and I was on my own at the time when I watched that film, and the scene where he's in the forest with the mother. I don't know if you know the film A.I. I forget the actor's name, the little boy that plays the little boy robot in the film. But that scene where she leaves, or she's trying to leave him in the woods, she's trying to sort of like, you know, rather, it's a convoluted what's name after, but basically I hadn't cried like that in years, and I reckon it was because I got so much identification with it, because I lost my mother. And I say lost, I don't mean as she died, but you know, she left me when I was very, very young. So that film for me, and plus the fact it's a sci-fi movie, and I love sci-fi. What's that? Haley Joel. Oh, that was the actor, yeah. Ah, right, cool. Sorry. So that's my first movie, is A.I. My second all-time favorite movie has got to be the first Alien movie. Absolutely love that movie. Absolutely love it. I love all the subsequent ones as well, but it's like they always say, you can never beat the original. You know what I mean? You can never, you know, the first movie is usually the best one. At least this is what people reckon. I mean, some of the sequels can be good as well. So that'll be my second one, the first original Aliens. And I guess it's a bit of a, because I've got a few movies that I really, really love, mostly sci-fi, virtually all sci-fi really. But it's a bit of a what's the name now, between Close Encounters, because again it's another movie I absolutely adore and love. That and oh shoot, the name of it escaping me for a minute. Dark Star, which is a 1970s movie, very obscure movie. Well, I'll say obscure, maybe not so much these days, but and if I'm not mistaken, it was John Carpenter's first. Was it John Carpenter? Do you know, for the life of me, I can't remember I think it was John Carpenter. I think. But anyway, it was one of the more famous movie directors, one of his first ever movies, and it was called Dark Star, and it was a dark comedy set in space. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it is brilliant. Absolutely love it. It's just, oh, you'll have to see it. I love it. And in fact, I've used a tiny little clip, tiny like 30-second or 2-3 second clip in one of my videos, where they're all in this spaceship and they're all sort of they're supposedly going through what do you call it? Meteor storm, and they're sort of like the ship puts this like protective thing all over them so that they're like, you know, this electric field, whatever, so they kind of get protected. No, hang on, I'm getting that wrong. No, it's just after that, or it's just before it. I can't quite remember. It's the bit where they put some music on. I beg your pardon. I think it was just after the what's that? And they put this music on, and they're all going like this. It's hilarious. Sorry, God, you get me going now, aren't you? What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Boring. Because not your question, by the way. Sorry, what you think I meant your question was boring. My answer is boring because it's not like chocolate or banana or some vanilla. I love vanilla ice cream, and plain and simple, just plain ice cream. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I can't stand chocolate ice cream. It's just too rich. It's just too much. Do you know what I mean? But put chocolate cake and ice cream together, well, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Whole different ball game. So, oh man, Tom, you're asking some amazing questions. Tom, my boy. Oh man. By the way, Tom, let me ask you a question. Have you checked out Mosaji yet? Because there's a guy that I follow. He's a Canadian dude. He's called Mosaji, and basically he's one of the. He's friends with Oh My Gosh and a few others as well. Blah blah blah. But the thing with, and I do like his videos. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's one of them where some of the videos and some of the content he puts out, and I think to myself, oh, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? I know you're just stringing us along here, sort of thing. But, you know, I don't think there's any harm in the man, and fair play to him. And he's got a lot of positivity, and I really do enjoy his videos. But anyway, he's got this thing where he reckons he's haunted by a ghost called Tom. And everywhere he goes, you know, especially in a haunted old building or wherever, because they do all that urban exploration stuff as well, and blah 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 blah. Everywhere he goes, "Yo, Tom, my boy." I just love it. I just love it. I think it's so funny. I really do, because he reckons he's haunted by this ghost called Tom. Anyway, sorry. I just thought that would be really funny. Yeah, checked out Mosaji. Just wasn't for me. Yeah. No, fair play, mate. Fair play. I mean, you know, it's like it'd be a very boring world if we all like the same thing, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? We'd have nothing to talk about then. You know what I mean? Hope you don't mind. Huh? Sorry, a bit confused about that one. Hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind. I'm a bit. Sorry, Tom. I'm a bit confused there, mate. If you would like to elaborate. Oh God, that's a nice cup of tea. Oh, sorry. I hope you don't. And sometimes I don't see them pop up. It's weird. Hope you don't mind all the questions. No, not at all. No, absolutely not. I'm enjoying this. This is quite good fun. Yeah. Sadly, I think Kev's perhaps departed us because. Come on, Kev, give us another question. Oh dear. No, it's cool, mate. It's cool. I mean, like I said, oh, flipping it. That was quick. Oh my God. I love it. This is so funny. This is hilarious. I love it. Hang on 1 second. Come on, phone. Have you ever thought of going into what? Oh, sorry. It's really hard to read this phone. Into modeling out what? Hang on. What? Wait. have you ever thought of going into modeling as a profession? Hmm, depends on what kind of model you're talking about. I mean, I, I haven't got. I honestly don't know. I guess not really. I suppose. I was hoping that other viewers may ask something, but they haven't said anything. I know, Tom. I know, mate. Because yeah, no, totally. I mean, hopefully, maybe what it is, maybe what I need to do, maybe I really need to try and start doing this more regular. But now that I've found this button, like I said, there's a new button on the YouTube page, and because I was looking for the upload button, I don't know if you caught part of this earlier conversation I was having. And like I say, at the top of the page is a new little icon because I was looking for the upload button. Like I say, I was about to upload this video, and as I'm looking, I'm thinking, where's the button gone? So I clicked on it, it highlighted, and then it's still the upload button, but it's also live stream button. So I'm like, oh, that's new. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if it's as straightforward as it is on Facebook. Because on Facebook, you literally go to Facebook, you click on the live stream thing, bish, bash, bosh, you give it a title, and it's done, and you're live streaming. Whereas when I usually do it through YouTube, it used to be convoluted. I used to have to go to my XSplit software, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Now it's dead easy. I just click on the like on Facebook, click on that little icon, give it a title of the video, click next, and essentially there I'm off and running and I'm live streaming. So, oops, I'm watching your live stream right now on iPad. Oh, no chat though. So that was Sandra, folks. Sandra is saying hello to us. Nice one, Sandra. Hope you're enjoying the question and answer session. Okay, that's cool. Right, sorry. Right. Nice. Oh my God. Could you... oh, sorry. I could just... I'm thinking... doesn't bear thinking about somehow. Lingerie. I see. Yes. Lingerie. Okay. So would that be suspenders as well, perhaps? Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, what the heck was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, so maybe what I should do is sorry, it's stuck in my head. Right, I'm trying to get that image out of my head. Stop it. Right, so be serious now. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing this. If I start doing this more regularly, who would play you in a movie of your life? Do you know, it's funny as well, but I mean, chances are he'd be a bit too old, maybe. I mean, because usually if somebody plays you in a movie of the person's life, it usually means you're no longer with us. So if that's the case, then presumably if I hopefully live for at least another 20 years, maybe, or whatever, I don't know, whatever, that he would probably be, the person I'm thinking, the person I've got in mind would probably be too old by then. Justin Bieber. No. Now, I was thinking more on the lines of, well, wait 5 seconds. What? Wait 5 seconds to respond so I can click back over to where. Sorry, you see, the problem is I can't see all of your comment, and I'm frightened if I click onto your thing, it's going to take me away from the live stream, but I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh, I want to click on it, but I'm worried that it might take me away from the live stream. But I don't know if it will or not. because I can't, Sandra, I can't read the rest of your comment. It's only showing me wait 5 seconds to respond so I can click back over to your, and that's it, over to my channel. I don't know. I don't know what. Okay, I'm not going to click on it because I'm worried that it might take me away from the live stream. But I don't know if it'll do that or not. I don't know. Shall I click on it? Right. I'm gonna. Oh no, I think we're still live. Right. Okay. Hi, folks. Oops. So, sorry. That was one of my videos playing. Yes, yay! Ooh, thank God for that. I was worried then. Wait 5 seconds to respond so I can. Oh, I see. Sorry. Right. Wait 5 seconds to respond so I can click back. So you got my message. Only caught last part of your response. I have a question for you. Okay. Okay, Sandra. Okie dokes. So yeah, we're kind of waiting for Sandra to Sandra wants to ask a question, I believe, and I think what I have to do is so wait 5 seconds to respond, so I can click back over to your live stream and hear your whole response. Right, here's mine. Cool. So you got my message. Only caught last part of your response. I have a question for you. Right. So right, sorry, I just want to quickly right, yeah, so I was thinking, sorry Tom, I was thinking in my life movie thing, it would be the person that Joanne said she thinks I look like. Personally, I don't really see it myself, but I kind of think I can see where she's coming from. And now his name is completely escaping me. The guy that played in the film Scum. If people remember the film Scum, which was about a bunch of Borstal kids back in when we used to have Borstals, which was like youth prisons back in the day. And he's from East End. He's an East End lad. He was also in Sweeney Todd, I believe. Never saw the movie actually, but he was in Sweeney Todd. But his name completely escapes me right now. But I think he should play me. So yeah, so it'd be kind of like an East End version of me, I think. Yeah. What you want to bet? Leave it out, John. Yay, Winston. Yes. Oh, and I think Kev's just come in with the answer as well. Yes. Nice one, Tom. So that was Ray Winston. Yes. Thank you. And I bet Kev's come up with, yes, Kev came up with the same answer. Nice one, Kev. Brilliant. Yeah, so Joanne reckoned when I had oh god, I've got the photograph somewhere. I can't remember where it is. It's only a little like passport photo thing. I had done about I don't know 7 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, something like that. And I had a little bit of growth. It wasn't like this. It was just like that designer stubble thing going on. And in the photograph, I'll give it to her that there's a tiny little sort of Ray Winston thing going on slightly. But like I say, personally, I don't quite see it myself. But she looked at that photo and said, well, you look like Ray Winston. And I'm like, really? I wish I had his money. But yeah, if anybody should play me in my life movie, it should be Ray Winston, I think. Yeah. So, yeah. What you want to bet? there was another quote I was going to do. Then I suddenly remembered. Hang on, we're live streaming on YouTube. I want to try and keep it nice and clean. Do you know what I mean? So I just because I was just about to do that famous line from the Scum movie. I don't know if you remember that, Tom. Okay, I'm about to ask the deepest question ever. Oh, go on. This is intriguing. Go on then, Tom. I'm curious. You've really got my curiosity now. Go on. The beard, is it staying or going? Oh, Now, that's another very good question, Tom. It really is, because I still can't quite make my mind up. Now, when summer comes and when we do start getting some really nice weather and it starts to get hot, if it starts to get really uncomfortable at that point, I might get rid of it. But I must admit, and again, I know I've used this old joke before, but it has literally grown on me. I must admit, I kind of like having it now. So I think the beard might be staying, at least for the foreseeable future. But like I say never. I think you look good without it. Yes, I know. Joanne says the same thing. Joanne is, I think I might be winning around to it, but Joanne has been saying the same thing for a while. She says she doesn't really like it and it makes me look really old. And yeah, I get it. It does, you know, because it's grey for the most part, or maybe even going white even. But do you know, that's one thing about me. I've never been that conscious about my looks or the way I look, and I've never worried about growing old. Not in the terms of how I look growing old, not necessarily physically. I mean, obviously, when I get physically to the point where it's hard to move or walk or whatever, and this, that, and then obviously it's going to, like Joanne says, growing old sucks, to use her euphemism. But just in terms of the way I look, I must admit, it doesn't bother me. Doesn't it? If people look at me and think, if people look at me and think like, oh, look at that old guy. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. Do you know what I mean? To be perfectly honest with you, you know, I kind of like the beard now. Actually, it really is starting to grow on me. But if you lose the beard, it will be the end of the Beardy Rebels. Well, this is it, Kev. You are absolutely right. No, seriously, mate. I totally agree. 100%. You know, the Beardy Rebels have only just started on their journey. You know, we cannot, you know, this is now our identity. Do you know what I mean? This is the Beardy Rebels. So, do you know what I mean? I think it's definitely staying. Definitely. You look, what? I know what. Sorry. You look 40 with it, 30 without it. What? Flipping heck. 40? I mean, wow. I'm 53, Tom. I'm 53 years of age. I mean, wow, that is an amazing. I take that as a compliment. I mean, that's wow. Flipping heck. You just knocked 20 years off me. Wow, thanks. Really joking, mate. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, no. Like I said, to be quite honest, I'm quite happy with it. You know, don't get me wrong, there are moments and times here and there when it gets a bit irritating, it's a bit scratchy, and do you know what I mean? And yeah, there are the odd moment when I look in the mirror and think like, don't really want to keep this. But for the most part, no, I'm quite happy with it. And it's funny as well, because unless I'm doing this or making a video or looking in the mirror when I'm having a wash and all the rest of it, apart from maybe those times and maybe glancing in a shop window and catching my reflection as I'm going past, I don't even notice it anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's like I walk through the street and I'm like, and if I engage in some conversation with someone or whatever, I forget that I have a beard. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm stood there thinking to myself, I have a beard, and that person knows I have a beard because they. Sorry. Oh boy. But anyway, yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. So yes, I must say I'm enjoying this cup of tea. What the? Oh god damn! My cat scared the life out of me. What are you doing down there, Spot? Spotty, you scared me. I thought he was behind me a minute ago. He was over there. I could hear him over there. And because cats at times, that because they've got very soft feet, obviously they can move around the house. You wouldn't hear them at all. Do you know what I mean? And he's suddenly gone under here, and then he starts playing around with my foot. And I'm thinking he's over there, and I'm thinking, what the freaking hell's touching my foot? Spot, no. Come on, Spotty, come out. No. He's going near the wires here, folks, and I don't want him going near the wires. Oh, I see what it is. You want this, don't you? Come on then. Come on. Come on. He loves bits of paper and stuff. It's amazing what cats like. You know, you buy them. You see that thing there, that frame thing, that stand thing, whatever you call it, that blue thing there. That cost me £100 when I bought it. Yeah, he's not used it since I bought it. Do you know what I mean? I buy him all these expensive toys and things and whatever. Yeah, he uses them to begin with a little bit or whatever, and then he loses what's it. You give him a cardboard box, you give him a piece of paper, he's in heaven. That's just a piece of paper. It's just one of those post-it notes rolled up, and he'll play with it all night long. What are they like? What are they like? It's amazing. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. You know, so my advice to people that may be wanting to buy a cat or are going to get a cat or have a cat or whatever, do not buy expensive things for your pussycat. You don't need expensive things for your pussycat. All you need is a piece of paper or a cardboard box. Oh dear. What is the best and worst purchases you've ever made? That thing over there. No, it's not. I don't think it is. Really. I mean, I actually use it as a clothes horse. I do. No, because I don't have a dryer. I've got a washing machine, but I don't have a dryer. There's no room for a dryer in here. So basically, I stick everything on the radiators, and when I run out of radiators, I stick them on there and use it as a clothes horse. That's when if it, you know, because obviously at the moment we haven't got any decent weather. But when the nice weather comes, I stick it out on the washing line outside. You know what I mean? But at the moment, it's indoors. You know, yeah, I suppose that's got to be my worst purchase. Dear. Oh, he loves that piece of paper, man. He's going bonkers over that piece of paper. He loves it. What's your favourite season? Summer. Hands down, no question about it. Summer. Yeah, can't stand the winter. Hate it. Oh, believe me, I hate the winter. Can't stand the cold. And we just had another bout of snow and stuff again. Do you know what I mean? And it's gone freezing cold again. And it's like, oh, do you know what I mean? Is this winter never going to finish? Is it never going to end? Sorry. It gets me down. It really does. I love the summer. I love the summer. What are you doing, Spot? What animal or insect do you wish humans could eradicate? Fleas. Yeah. Oh, and bed bugs. Oh, yeah, definitely get rid of bed bugs. Oh. Sorry. Kev sent another message. What's your latest food fad? Now, the thing is, I'm in between food fads, funny enough, because I'm kind of still eating the crisp and ham sandwiches, but I'm kind of slowly going off them because I've been eating them all the time and just getting really boring now. And I'm kind of, I don't know if weaning myself onto cheese and ham sandwiches at the moment. But I used to eat them all the time as well, and I'm kind of like, I'm not sure that's going to catch on with me at the moment. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of in between fads. I'm in between fads at the moment. For me, it would be spiders or snakes. Yes, I can imagine, and I can see why. You know, you've got really venomous ones out there, haven't you? I mean, like the Black Widow, and I don't know what the snakes are though, to be quite honest. I know you got the Black Widow, and there's a couple of others as well that completely escaped me for a minute. But yeah, what venomous things have you got out there, Tom? My turn to ask a question. Because the only problem is, when I ask a question, it kind of slows the conversation a bit because now I'm waiting for an answer. And anyway, that's another thing. Sandra, where's the question? I'm a bit confused. What's happening? Wait 5 seconds to respond. So I can ask. Sorry, so I can click over to your live stream and hear your whole response. Here is mine. Cool. So you got my message. Only caught last part of your response. I have a question for you. Still waiting for this question, Sandra. Don't know what's happening. Hang on. I live in an area where there is a lot of snakes, all venomous. Oh God, that doesn't sound too. Oh no, I wouldn't. Oh no. We have redback spiders, but I don't see them inside the house. Thank God for that. Oh, yeah. Spawn, what are you doing? Sorry. It's going bonkers. At least it's good to see him really active and playing around, and he's back to his old self, which is cool. Never seen a snake up close, but on the next street there have been a few on the road. Wow. Yeah. Oh God. I really don't fancy that. Oh my. Yeah. You know, it's funny because it's making me think, like, if I'd been born out there, if I lived out there, and I've just got this naggy feeling that I would be one of those people that, you know, more than likely had gotten bitten a few times by them, either snakes or spiders, probably. No, I'm sorry. We get huntsmen in the house every now and then. Big things they are. Yeah. Oh, Paul, when you... Oh, so this is a dude... well, I mean, this is a person called Bands and Groups. At least that's the name of their channel. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. That's what's it? Has just joined us, by the way. So if you want to say hello to Bands and Groups, I believe they're in Ireland. But I can't remember if it's Northern Ireland or not. I think it's Northern Ireland they're in. But to be perfectly honest with you, it's been a while, so I must admit. Paul, when you get in that smoke alarm silence, yeah, maybe I should get a hammer to it. I know, folks. I know. Sorry, but I take forever to get round to things. I hate spiders. Any kind of spiders, small or big. Yes, that bloody smoke alarm. Yes, I know. I just try to ignore it. Sorry. Yeah. What the heck was this? Oh yeah. I was going to say, I actually like spiders, believe it or not. I find them fascinating creatures. I really do. But of course, being in England, I don't have to worry about them flipping biting me. But I mean, I might have a completely different outlook if I lived over there, I must admit. So yeah. I empathize, absolutely, but I must admit, I kind of find them fascinating. Do you think well, hang on. Do you think 5 seconds is not... Wait, sorry, Kev. This phone's a pain in the bum. It switches off well before you get a chance to read the message. Do you think 5 seconds is a lot longer in America? Well, that's a good question. Yeah, well, I mean, time is relative after all. I mean, you know, maybe it takes longer for those 5 seconds. Sorry, I was trying to sound really Doctor Who-ish and like really timey-wimey and all that. Sorry. Oh dear. I'm getting silly. It's turning into silly hour now. Yeah, thinking of which, it's 8:15. Oh. Hey, up. Now the phone's ringing. Oh no. Oh, this must be serious. Hi, mate. Yes, I can hear you, mate. Yeah. No, I totally got what you were saying. I was just I was trying to be like a Stephen Hawking's Doctor Who sort of like, yeah, sort of like trying to think of something really deep and what's them to say sort of thing and what have you. Oh, all right, mate. Cheers. See you later. Bye. Oh dear. Right, sorry. A woman, a woman's I will be ready in 5 minutes is about 10 minutes long. Woo! And steady on, folks. Flipping heck. We don't want to start a flipping what's the name of it? Oh god. A woman's I'll be ready in 5 minutes. About mind you, flipping heck. I kind of know what you mean. I mean, flipping it, it's like John does the same thing all the time. Oh, we're gonna get lynched now. You know that, don't you? Don't start this, Tom. Flipping heck. Yo, Tom, my boy. Oh no, we're gonna have a bunch of angry women coming on and lynching us in a minute. Oh dear. Hang on, what's this? I've seen you dancing, but can you sing? No, I cannot sing. Give it a go and the viewers will decide if you can or not. I'm not sure I'd like to inflict them with that one, to be quite honest. I mean, you know, it's kind of like I don't think the insurance will cover it, to be quite honest. I mean, I could get sued for you know, perforated eardrums or nervous breakdown. Yeah, so I think it's probably best we don't try be a sport. I've heard him singing my head still hurt. Well, then I danced, Tom. Oh dear. To be sure. You want me to dance? Ah. Oh God, that's a lovely cup of tea, by the way. To be quite honest with you, at this minute, I don't really feel like dancing right now. Sorry. That doesn't mean to say that I won't dance at some point, especially in my videos, because I more than likely will. Because I love to dance. I absolutely love dancing. Oh, flipping it. You try and stop me dancing. Oh, man. I love to dance. But, you know, sometimes I kind of want to be in the mood for it or whatever. But, you know, kind of like at the moment, obviously doing this live stream and everything. But, yeah. But I will be dancing at some point, more than likely. Yeah. Tell us a rude joke. I don't really know any jokes necessarily. So yeah. Yeah, I'm usually not very good at jokes either because I never remember the punchline. That's my what's that? I never remember the punchline. What is your worst habit? My worst habit? Oh, well, actually, you're about to see me do my worst habit. Oh man, I was kind of hoping that you might be like, what the hell? Yes, smoking. Yeah, that's my worst habit, definitely, most definitely. But I haven't had a fag for a good while now. In fact, I don't know actually. At least an hour and 44 minutes. That's a long time for me. So sorry, I'm gonna have to have a fag. At least, actually, I'm saying that. Do you know? To be perfectly honest with you, did I have a fag whilst I've been doing this stream? I don't think I did I? But I'm not 100% certain now, to be quite honest. But yeah, that's my worst habit. Definite. Smoking. It's not good. It's not cool. Highly don't recommend anybody do it. Believe me, serious. Do not do it. If there's any people watching this live stream at any point and contemplating, you know, taking up smoking, I highly recommend you don't. Believe me. No way. You know, I'm definitely addicted to nicotine now anyway. So it's like, you know, and to give these up It's like any habit or any addiction. You know, you've really got to want to do it. You know, and if you're not ready, and if you're not you're not going to do it. Simple as that. So, what did? Wait a minute. What did one hat say to the? Oh, all right. Oh. What did one hat say to the other? You stay here. I'm going on. Oh no. You can't sing and won't dance. Do something. Yeah, well, I'm kind of having a conversation with people, so that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Right. Yeah. What was it? Let's see. Okay, so yeah. What do you call a pony with a cough? Oh, whack, wow, wow. You see, I am terrible at jokes. Seriously, I am. Because I can never remember the punchline. I'm trying to think. Oh my God. It's been years since I used to, even when I was a youngster and people were telling jokes all right, left, and center, and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like I was never any good at them. But I tell you, it's funny as well because, like, the stand-up comedian sort of routine thing, like back in the old days, like back in the 70s when I was a kid, like we used to have a program called the Comedians. Literally, it was called the Comedians, and it was a lineup of all these different comedians, sort of thing, and they're all like just doing their stand-up routine, and it was literally just sort of like one-liner jokes like that or whatever sort of thing. But the thing is that, like, yeah, at the time I loved it at the time when I was a kid. But it's like these days, I think things have kind of moved on a lot, and it's kind of like I love those sort of like, um, uh, well, I don't know what they call it these days, but you know that the comedy where basically it's just like a critique of real life sort of thing, and I love that sort of satirical comedy. That was the word I was looking for. I love that sort of comedy, mate. A satirical look at life. So, what's the difference between marmalade and jam? Ooh, go on. I haven't got a clue. What's the difference between marmalade and jam? I'm waiting for this one. This will be cool. Dee dee dee. You know what? I swear I keep hearing noises in here. You know, actually, 1 second. I'm going to shut the door. Ooh. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's getting cold in here. The answer is terrible. Right, okay. What's the difference between marmalade and jam? The answer is terrible. What's this? You can't marmalade. Ah. Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, if we can try and keep it a little bit cleaner, please, guys. The humor is appreciated, but it's just that I don't want to get any strikes and stuff and whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to keep it nice and friendly, nice and light. So what did the big chimney say to the small one? You're too little to smoke. Oh my God. These are really old jokes, man. Oh man, I heard you swear before. Yeah, I know, mate. I know. But I mean, you know, I try not to. It doesn't mean to say that I don't. It's just that, like I say, you know, I try to keep things nice and light. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you know it goes like that. But yeah, no, just for what's the name. That's all. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. I'm just, you know, like I say, just trying to keep it nice and friendly. That's all. So, but anyway, yeah. So, what else was I going to say? It's gone right out of my head now. Oh, never mind. So, yeah, Kevin, if you're still there, are you still in the middle of decorating at the moment? I mean, I know you said the other day you were, but I mean, are you literally decorating whilst you're watching, or are you just watching? I'm just curious. Uh, where's Spot? Oh, he's over there. Look, yay, Spotty! He's watching me. Where is the worst place you have been stuck for a long time? Ooh, that's a good question. Where is the worst place you've been stuck for a long time? Let's see. Let me think. Whoa, that's a good question. Trying to think. Where have I been stuck? It was the worst place for a long time. Do you know, to be quite honest, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything at the moment. I'll try and get back to you on that one. In a tube tunnel. Oh, well, hang on. Is Spot over his illness? Yes, mate, he is. Yep, absolutely. You just, I don't know if you saw him just before, but he was running around like a mad cat. There was a piece of paper, one of these postie notes. Like I've got like all these different postie notes, and like there's one that's rolled up, and he just goes potty over playing it. I was saying before, I buy all these expensive things for him, and he very rarely plays with them, if at all. And then like a piece of paper, simple little thing like a piece of paper, and he's in cat heaven. You know what I mean? And he's all over the place with it. So yeah, thanks, mate. He's doing well. He's really happy now. He's just curled up on the armchair over there and just chilling. So in a tube tunnel. Wow. Oh, actually, now that you mention it, thinking about it, yeah, yeah, no, I have been on a tube chain when it's like, you know, like sometimes when there's for whatever reason it's stopped and blah 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 blah, and it was like during the summertime as well when it's really hot, and it was packed as well. It was packed train, and it was really hot. But we wasn't down there for like a really long time. It was like I think it was like I don't know, off the top of my head, I'd say something like about 5, maybe 10 minutes max, sort of thing. So I think that's probably one of the worst. Thinking about it, but yeah, because it was the summertime, like I say, and the train was packed, really hot down there. Why was the poor guy selling yeast to make some dough? Oh god. Oh dear. You know, they do say though, don't they? The old ones are the best. That's cool. Yeah. So, right. You see, one of the other things I've noticed as well, like I had 9 viewers before, by the way. We're down to 7 again now. You know, I've been doing this live stream now for nearly 2 hours. Wow, that's pretty awesome. And thinking about it, because obviously I've got work in the morning, I've got an early start, so I'm going to start thinking about wrapping it up soon. But yeah, one of the other things I've noticed about some. Oh, Beardy Rebel! Yay! Hello, Beardy. I'm here with a cup of tea. Nice one, mate. Nice one. yeah, so with some of the YouTubers, and like I say, I think I will make this a more regular thing now that I've found this easy way just to click on that little icon, the new thing that they've got on the YouTube page now. Like I say, I'll click on that, and if I'm going to try and figure out a time and a day to do it on a regular basis, so that you guys will know roughly what time and what day to expect one of these live streams. And if I start making it a bit of a regular thing, maybe we'll get some more viewers and more regular people will come on and stuff like that. Because once the conversation starts going, I've noticed with these YouTubers is that now, of course, with some of them, they've got thousands of viewers. You know what I mean? I mean, they've got like literally hundreds of thousands of people or whatever sort of thing. Sometimes they have like, I don't know, 200-300 people at a time, sort of like, you know, commenting and stuff like that. And sometimes these things just go whizzing past. The comments go really, really fast. And sometimes they have trouble keeping up with it. But the thing is that it does help them to keep the conversation going pretty well, because you don't get that little hiatus where there's a bit of a gap and there's a bit of a you know, a time thing where you're waiting for the next answer or the next response or whatever sort of thing. So it helps them to keep the conversation ticking over, sort of thing. So like I say, from now on, I'm just wondering whether I'll try and make a time and a date now in this live stream, or shall I right, what day are we now? We're Monday, aren't we? So let me think. What I don't know. I mean, that's the other thing as well. What would be a good time for everybody else as well? And that's going to be a difficult, because you're all in different places and different parts of the world and so on. So it's going to be a bit awkward. But I definitely want to start doing this more regular. Paul, I always wanted to be a comedian, but when I tried, everybody just. Oh my God, I love it. Um, were you at Hyde Park yesterday? I believe there was a meeting in support of free speech. Ooh, oh, that's interesting. No, I wasn't there. I had no idea that was going on. But yeah, I'll have to try and pop back down to Hyde Corner again at some point and see what's happening. Oh, yes, that you've just reminded me of something as well. Hello, Beardy Rebel. Um, that's nice. That's another thing I love as well. I love to see the interaction with people. You know, you guys talking to each other as well is really cool. I love that as well. That is so awesome. Right, yeah. So, yeah, you just remind me something. You know, sorry, I don't think I actually know your name, bands and groups, and it's a bit awkward just saying bands and groups. So, but obviously, I'm not. It's entirely up to yourself if you want to, you know, give us your name or whatever. Oh, it's Alan. Hi, Alan. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Right. So, yeah, Alan. I'm glad you asked me that question actually, because there's something I wanted to tell you folks, and I was going to do a video about it, but kind of lost track because of other things and blah blah blah. But just to let you folks know that for whatever reason, I decided that I was going to join the Labour Party. Shock horror, I know. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? So yes, on Sunday, I believe it was Sunday. Yes, it was Sunday. Was it Sunday? Do you know? Anyway, I decided to join the Labour Party. Never done that before in my life. Never been part of anything like that before. But I was curious, and to be quite honest, the way I see it is that, and partly it's because I'm inspired by what's happening in America at the moment with TYT and what have you. Paul, other YouTubers may have hundreds of viewers, but they don't have the quality of viewers you like. Oh, sorry, they don't have the quality of viewers like you. Right. Oh, thanks. Nice one. Yeah, hang on. I only tell me awesome jokes in your live stream. All right, cool. Nice. Sorry, sorry, I'm just trying to keep track of what I was trying to say. Yes, so like I say, what's happening in America at the moment with all the grassroots movement at the moment in terms of you know, the Justice Democrats and, you know, watching TYT and all this lot. And anyway, cut a long story short, it's kind of inspired me because I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? Unless you get involved in these things, you can sit in the armchair, like they say, and bemoan about the way the state of the government is and this, that, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking to myself, do you know what? I'm kind of sick and tired of the way things are and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm getting a bit political now. Sorry if this is going to be boring or turn some folks off. But the thing is that the way I see it is, I believe we got to hold these people's feet to the fire. Do you know what I mean? Jeremy Corbyn saying all the right things and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I guess like a lot of people, it's kind of like, I just don't trust any of them. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of like they say so many nice, pretty little things, and then they get into power, and then they don't do anything, and nothing ever changes. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking if I get more involved, and I, you know, I don't know. I mean, I know it sounds a little bit whatever, I don't know, convoluted and a bit high thinking or whatever sort of thing, blah blah blah. But thing is, for me, it's important for me to, and I want to get involved, and I want to try and have my say basically, and just anyway, just see where it takes me anyway. Do you know what I mean? And if nothing else, you never know, we might get some interesting vlogs out of it. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, because you can go to meetings and stuff like this. And now this is where I do get maybe a little bit, maybe my ego's a little bit too big. I don't know. But I must admit, it's kind of crossed my mind. I don't know what. Again, believe me, I have no idea where this is coming from. For some reason, this is becoming a bit of a bee in my bonnet. Because when I was going through their webpage, their website and what have you, it says after a year of membership of the Labour Party, you can then go through a process, whatever, nominating process, whatever, to become a Labour councillor, so in your local council, or even become an MP. Now, I know sounds all a bit grandiose or whatever sort of thing, but do you know what? I don't know. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like I said, I'm just getting to this point where, and I'm sorry for being all a bit serious right now, by the way. I love humor, absolutely love humor. I love keeping it light, but sometimes, you know, my heart takes me in another direction sometimes. But yeah, so it's like, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm just a little bit sick and tired of the way things are at the minute, like I said, and you know, and it's interesting as well because it's a lot of this is also surrounding about work, because just lately at work, for the last, I don't know, can't remember how many days, for the last week, particularly last week, I think, it's been really bad at work. And when I say it's been really bad, it's mostly about my own emotional well-being, to put it in a better way. In fact, it got to the point where I wanted to quit. Seriously, I just thought to myself, why am I doing this job? Why am I breaking my balls? Sorry, oh, I swore. Sorry. Why am I working so damn hard for so little reward? When I think about it, you know, I mean, I think about it in terms of a scale, in terms of like the amount of work and the amount of stress and the amount of effort and all the rest of it that I do, compared to the rewards that I get, sort of thing. The balance is kind of like this. If it was a scale, you know what I mean? The rewards are right down here, and the stress and the what's the name of it is right up there. And it's just getting me down. Do you know what I mean? It's just getting me down, and I'm thinking, like, you know, and like I say, if you watch any of the Young Turks stuff and about how the corporate you know, system, it crushes the little people. It crushes little people all the time. Do you know what I mean? The worker, the people, working classes, the middle classes, and all the rest. Ordinary folk are just being crushed. Do you know what I mean? By these few people that are in power and what have you. And I don't know. I'm thinking, no, we need to change this. And just me sticking a ballot in a ballot box or something like that, I don't think that's going to necessarily do anything, sort of thing. I feel I need to get actually involved in some way, and I don't know what that will, how that will, what shape that will take. But that's kind of what I want to do, because, well, I'll say I'm sick and tired of being shit on from a great height. And yes, I did swear again. Sorry. But, if you're considering joining a political party, Hyde Park is a great place for debate. Yes, it is. You're right. Absolutely, Alan. It absolutely is, because, like I say, Speaker's Corner. I've only been there a couple of times, funny enough. But that time I went there with Sandra, it was so busy. It was packed that day. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but it was heaving with people. And there was groups all over there, and there's people shouting backwards and forwards, and it was, wow, talk about high energy. And it was like, wow, what a place. So yeah, I must definitely go there again. Absolutely, I've got to pay it another visit. So that's definitely on the agenda at some point. I definitely must take another gander down there on Sunday. If ever I'm in a position to help you out, I will. Ah, cool. Not quite following with what though, Kev, exactly. Sorry. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I kind of think you mean in terms of the, well, actually, I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Sorry. Oh dear. Right. Yeah. So, just generally, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes, absolutely. Yes, no problem. Thank you very much, Kev. Greatly appreciated, mate. Yeah, like I said, I mean, today was a little bit easier. It's still a little bit difficult. I still feel quite raw and all the rest of it, but compared to last week, definitely a lot better. But yeah, I don't know. Just at the moment, in terms of my emotional state and what have you, going into work is just becoming extremely difficult, and it's been extremely difficult to deal with customers and my work colleagues all at the same time, sort of thing. It's just because I've got it on two fronts. Like I say, obviously I've got to deal with customers, and I've got to try and be, you know, obviously customer friendly, whatever you want to call it, blah blah blah. But then also I've got to try and keep my workmates happy as well, because obviously when you're working with a group of people, the last thing you want to be doing is falling out with people, because that makes your job even harder. Blah 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 blah. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm kind of through the worst of it. But it's funny, I bumped into somebody today, guy I used to work with when I was doing the homeless groups, and he said like, "Oh, maybe you need a holiday." Do you know what I mean? And I'm kind of thinking, yeah, but we've only just gone past Christmas, and like I did have a little, well, I had a sort of like 5-day little mini holiday thing, and I don't know. I feel kind of like, and because they're so busy at the shop at the moment and stuff, and I kind of feel like maybe that wouldn't be the, how would my boss take it anyway if I asked her for a holiday? I mean, like, I don't know, a week or something or whatever. Excuse me, sorry, folks. But I don't know. Maybe it's a possibility. Because the thing is, I am a creative person. Creativity is my first main love, the thing that I do the most, the thing that I feel most confident at, the thing I most enjoy, the thing I get the most from. And this working in a coffee shop was never on my list of things to do in my life. And it just feels, at the moment, it feels stifling. It really does. It feels like I'm being stifled, and it feels like that spark of, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't mean to start going really deep here. Sorry, folks. So anyway, yeah. I think we need Councillor Ash. Yeah, like it. Nice. Like it. Yes. Or how do they address an MP? MP Ashton? No, that doesn't sound right, does it? Right Honourable. Oh my God, no, I just can't see it. Apparently there is another free speech meeting at Speaker's Corner next Sunday. Ooh, okay. Yes, hopefully. Yeah, if nothing else comes up and there's nothing else happening, I will try and get down there. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that, actually. Like I say, though, as I've said before, I don't like promising anything to people these days because, you know, things always seem to cock up somewhere or whatever sort of thing. So I will make the effort and I will try, but I don't want to promise because, like I say, you know, the thing is, I hate promising things to people because, you know, if inevitably for some reason something goes wrong, well, I say inevitably, you never know, but you know, if something goes wrong and I can't make, I hate letting people down. Do you know what I mean? I really do. So I won't promise, but I will make the effort and I will try my best to go down there on Sunday. Because I did enjoy it last time we went there. Actually, it was quite, like I say, it's really lively. And in fact, there are times and moments when some of these people you see having this back and forth sort of thing, you kind of start thinking, oh, whoa, are these guys going to get into blows here or what? I mean, flipping heck, you know, they get so passionate and so worked up. It's amazing, actually. But I love that, actually. I love passionate people. Passionate people, I love passionate people because, you know, well, I feel that they're fairly genuine sort of people because when you're that passionate about a particular something, you know, it's coming straight from the heart generally, isn't it? It's coming straight from a place where you earnestly believe in what you're saying, sort of thing. Because it's really hard to drum up that sort of passion if you're not really feeling it and if you're not really, you know, you don't really believe in what you're talking about, sort of thing. So, yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I love Cenk Uygur. And love watching his thing and the Young Turks and what have you, because, like I say, I feel his passion, and he is such a passionate person, and he, you know, you can see he believes in what he's talking about, and you know what I mean. That just comes through. So yeah, I will definitely try. I'll write it down on the calendar, and let's hope that I'll be able to get down there. Because, like I say, I'm not saying that it's not going to happen or anything. I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to promise just in case. That's all. But yes, so yeah, let's go and see what's happening down there. That'd be rather interesting. Yes, Councillor Ash. Right Honourable Ash. The Right Honourable Ash. Oh dear. Right, okay, look, folks, it's 10 to 9, and I said I'm going to have to start wrapping it up. So yeah, thank you all for joining this live stream. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to do this again. Now, I'll tell you what we'll do is I'll make a date for Mondays. For now, we can change this. It's not set in stone. We can work around it, and we can, you know, if it's not convenient for people or whatever, we can work out a time and date between us when it's going to be great for everybody. So, but for now, I'm going to say I'm going to be doing this again next Monday. So, you know, absolutely, we'll do this again next Monday. I'm just trying to think of what time. So right, so let's say 6 o'clock my time, but I have no idea what time that's going to be for you folks, to be quite honest with you. The ones obviously abroad, I mean, sorry. So yeah, so let's say 6 o'clock Monday, and let's say, you know, I want to try and make this happen. So please bear with me if 6 o'clock, or well, whatever time it is for you guys, turns around and the live stream's not happening. Just try to hang on for a little bit, because, like I say, hopefully I will definitely be doing this on Monday. But as I said, I don't like to promise things because just, you know, we just don't know what's going to come around the corner next. So, but for the time being, Mondays, 6 o'clock my time, because I want to try and make this a bit of a regular thing, because I've really enjoyed this, actually. It's been really cool. And let's see if we can get the get more viewers, and yeah, let's see where we can take this, because it's been interesting. And I will try and make it a little bit more entertaining and a little bit more interesting as we go along. I'll try and come up with some ideas or whatever. Maybe one Monday we can have a really serious discussion about stuff, get a bit political, maybe get some political views, or maybe not. I don't know. They always say two subjects you always should stay away from: politics and religion. It's probably true, but still, let's just see where we go with it. Okay. So 5 a.m. my time. Just depends if I'm awake or not. No promises. Yeah, cool, mate. Like I said, this isn't set in stone anyway, mate. Like I say, we'll try and work it out as best we can. Try and find a convenient time that's convenient for the majority of people, if we can. I mean, obviously, we're not going to be able to do it for everybody, because everyone's at different time zones or whatever, I guess. So I will bring the food for everyone. I love it. Pizza. Bring pizza. I love pizza. Oh dear. Yes, pizza for everyone. Okay, folks. So on that note, as much as I don't want to depart from you, because I'm really, really loving this, I'm really enjoying it, and it's been fantastic, really has. But I've got to draw this to a close, because I'm going to go to bed soon, because like I say, I've got to be up at 4 a.m. So okay. Again, once again, many, many thanks to you all. You've been fantastic, and I love you all, and you're now part of my family. You are now my family. So thank you, guys, and I shall catch you guys very soon. As I said, there's a video uploading at the moment. It's called Eastgate House, and it's when I went to Rochester. And the house is round about 600 or 700 years old. It's amazing. Wait until you see those ceilings. Oh, those ceilings are amazing. So, nighty night, mate. Nighty night, Alan. See you soon, mate. Okie dokes. All right, folks. If I don't shut up talking now, I'm never going to shut up. So, bye for now. Oh. Oh, that went well, didn't it? Oops. Hello, mate. I'm trying to end the live stream, and I've pressed the button. Nothing happened. Oh, I thought that was a really cool ending, and all I thought, like, I'll do it like they did on the what's name. I'll go like, bye for now, and I do that sort of thing, and then I click the button, and nothing happened. Oh, I love it. Talk about bloopers. Oh God, yeah. Well, no, it's not that bad, to be quite honest. It is. It is. No, absolutely, absolutely, mate. Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just give me 1 second, Kev. Just 1 second. 1 second. Hang on. I'm trying to end this live stream. Okay, folks. So sorry from. I'll try that again. Bye for now. No, it won't end. Oh.